Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Lazar and today we're gonna have a bit of a tutorial on how to change the bezel spring on one of these Orient watches. Now when I say Orient watches, I don't mean just this Triton slash Neptune. Orient watches have usually their own designation: the Triton, the Neptune, the Kamasu, the Seiko, the Ray, and so on and so forth. If you are passionate about watches, you probably already know that by this point. Now, what we're going to be doing is essentially changing the bezel spring, and you might wonder why. Well, have a listen. Notice anything wrong? Now, unfortunately, it's not clicking as much as it should. This is a 120 click bezel, but unfortunately, it's got only 60. This is a very common fault among Orient Tritons and not Seikos per se. I think Seikos as well, but definitely on the Kamasu. Yes, and the SKX, the Seiko SKX. In case you didn't know, essentially Orient is a subsidiary brand of Seiko, and the parts that you see here are sometimes, not always, just sometimes interchangeable. So that's my baby. No, it's okay, honey. Let her come here. It's fine. I don't. It's cool. If she wants to come here, it's fine. So what we're going to be doing is essentially replacing the spring behind the bezel with an SKX one. Why not an Orient one? Well, you try to get a hold of them and see they want to change the whole bloody case of the watch just for the spring bezel, which would cost way too much, essentially. Yes, so what you should take away from this is that the bezel spring from the Seiko SKX 007009 works on the Orient Kamasu and on the Orient Triton. It should, and I emphasize the word should, work on other watches as well, but I'm only going to encourage the usage on a Triton and on a Kamasu. You guys let me know in the comment section down below if you got any sort of additional experience with these bezel springs. And of course, you're going to ask, what kind of tools do you need? Well, it'd be good to have one of these bloody things. This is not necessarily a watch kit per se, definitely not. This is just a random toolkit. I think this one is for phones or something like that. What you want to have with you is some sort of plastic, yes, plastic, not metal, wedge. This, my friends, is the wedge. Well, you would wedge it, basically, yes. Now, you can do this with a knife. I see in tutorials, dude, you do with a knife, you stick the knife in and yeah, I wouldn't do that. What you can do, however, if you don't have such a plastic tool, which is, I don't know, $50, something of the sort, over on eBay. If you don't have such a tool, what I would do is get a knife, and on the knife's edge, which you will introduce between the bezel and the body of the watch, simply tape it up. Yes, get some tape, tape it up, but even that kind of a measure is not exactly foolproof, so you don't scratch your watch. Now I'm gonna have to hand this over to my wife while I actually get it open and explain you the process of getting the bezel out. This will apply to multiple Orient watches, Orient divers, yes, even if they're not like divers on it, even if it says water resist, like in the case of the Kamasu, for example, or the Seiko or the Ray, you still get the bezel off mostly the same way. And you probably believe that getting the bezel off is the more difficult process. It's not really all that bad. The process is as following. Over at 4 o'clock, right above the crown, right here, is where you will insert your little tool. You got a little bit of a gap. You press on the 8-hour mark right here to actually make the gap here a little bit wider. You understand what I'm saying? I apologize for the nails, but actually a little bit of nail can help you when taking apart these watches. So do bear that one in mind. So what I'm going to try to do is pry my tool in here. Boop! Came out. That's it. This is the bezel. Now, word to the wise, not that we're wise, but still, we try to be wise. On the inside, you will see right here a little bit of dirt. I would recommend you clean it, but there is also, I don't know if you can spot that or not. Let me see if I can. There is a gasket. Yes, this is a gasket. You see that? This is a gasket. Now, this gasket normally has like some kind of coating on it, some kind of silicone coating or something of the sort. I would recommend you change this one as well if you buy the part for it, but it's not 100% necessary. See, this one is a little bit kinked there. Yeah, not ideal, definitely not. And you will see it has some sort of coating, some sort of oil coating around it. Now, you don't need to oil these parts per se. I don't mean the gasket. The gasket should definitely be oiled. I mean, in general, you don't need to oil these little clicky parts. When I first opened up one of these, it did have some sort of substance on it. So if you want to put a little WD-40 in there, but not the normal WD-40, try the white grease, the one that you use for ball bearings. You know what I mean? If you don't know the one which I mean, simply Google WD-40 white grease for bearings. Make double sure that this little gasket here is seated correctly. Go all the way around. I'm not sure if that focuses correctly because I gotta watch the damn thing. Okay, so as you can see, it's seated correctly, no problem. Now, if you wanna exit this thing, I've seen a lot of modders take this out and put a loomed one, a ceramic one. Perhaps you don't enjoy the metal one, the default one, and you want to change it. What you want to do is press on it from behind, take it nice and slow by the numbers, and never ever rush. Yes, 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 yes. I'm gonna keep mine for now. The only one I found that could be replaced to this was from the United States, $65, which is a reasonable price, but the problem is they want $200 in shipping, so I gave up. This is the watch now with the bezel off, and you will see the click spring is right over here. Let me see, this is one of the clicky bits, and in the other side here it should also have a little big clicky bit, but this clicky bit is broken off, as you can see. Now I did save the little piece. Let me see if I can find it. Ah, here it is. So this is the little piece that broke off, which means it went from a 120 click bezel, come on focus, darn you, from a 120 to a 60. Now this is also a mod that certain enthusiasts like to do on their watches. Hey, I don't want a 120 click bezel, I want 60, and they not break this one, they just simply flatten it out because this is a malleable material, yes, and you can flatten it out and make a mod like that to say, hey, mine has less clicks now, 60. I don't know why you would do that, but hey, modders will be modders, and you know what, I definitely respect the hobby, and if you want to mod it like that, all you gotta do is essentially flatten this piece here so it doesn't click no more. As you can see, mine is broken. We're going to be replacing it with a new one. Where do you get one? Well, you can get one from eBay for about 8, 9, 10 bucks, something of the sort. Unfortunately, for me, living in Europe, things are a little bit different. I didn't manage to find a store within Europe that would sell these blasted things. If you guys know where to send me, please let me know in the comment section down below so next time I don't have to import it from freaking Singapore. Yes, this bloody thing came from Singapore. I'll show you. So it's not a problem that it came from Singapore. I don't have an issue with that, but I gotta pay all sorts of taxes on it. So you see, in the shipping. So a 10 bucks or 10 euro or your original equivalent little bit of click spring, yes, turned into 30 something dollars. It's not a huge amount, granted, but still, if you know a good shop in Europe that sells these modding parts, or I don't even know what to call them, not necessarily modding parts, maintenance parts. And yes, of course, I went to all my local guys, but unfortunately, nobody cared enough to help me. This is the honest truth. All right, a box within a box, because why wouldn't you? Come on, please tell me I got what I need. Oh, look at that, they sent me a little thingy. This is not plastic, this is metal. How cool, oh wait, did I show you? How cool of them, how cool of them. Look at that! You know what? I'm gonna use this. Excellent. They're called namokimods, if I remember correctly, and I'm gonna link them down below. Cool. I'm happy when I get stuff like this. This is the new click spring. This is, by the way, when I ordered it, I didn't order it, like I said, for a Triton or a Kamasu because I couldn't find click springs for Triton or Kamasu, and of course the warranty process would have been send us the whole watch so we can replace the whole case. Yeah, that's not happening. So this is the click spring, and as you can see, it's not broken. Hooray, mama, not broken, double clicks. And now I have an already broken one in case I want to have a 60 click bezel spring. Probably this video is carrying a little bit on too much, but hey, this is the whole bloody process, all right? I'm not a professional watch repair boy. I'm just showing you the process simply because I haven't found regarding to the Orient, to the Triton, anything solid over on the internet, which is why I'm showing it to you now. Excellent. This, okay. I don't feel any lube on this. Yes, for the lack of a better term, I said lube. So you got the little two orifices, holes, yes, one over here And what over here, again, apologies for the nails, but they do help when repairing things. And you know that's true if you repaired anything in your life before. We put it in, it should, oh baby, it slotted into place like a dream. I am so happy I'm getting this blasted thing fixed. So the old one, I want to see if the clicky things would have been on this. Yeah, look at this, see? The clicky things would have been in the exact same spot, right? Excellent, excellent. Now, believe it or not, I have trouble putting the blasted thing back on. Taking it out, no problem. Putting it back on, not as easy for me. What is that? A little bit of dirt, not a problem. Always clean up. I like myself a clean watch. Not necessarily an undamaged watch in the sense that you will damage these things. I think there are little scratches here and there add some characters, but I don't like a dirty watch. Oh, I was just about to forget WD-40. Let me show you the thing I meant earlier. Now keep in mind that when it comes to grease and greasing stuff for watches, there are specialty products that you should use. I don't know, and I don't want to buy more stuff now because I don't even know exactly what to buy or from where. So I'm using this. It's WD-40 Specialist High Performance White Lithium Grease, baby. So that's what we're going to be using, just a dab. And when I say just a dab, oh crap, I'm gonna need a Q-tip. Alrighty, so what we're gonna be doing, I'm actually gonna take this little thingy. I'm gonna pour a little bit of grease in it. That's it, more than plenty right there. I'm gonna take my little Q-tip, get it all nice and wet. And then, you see, this is the process. It's something, just a little bit, a tiny amount. And you might say, dude, the first time I wash my hands or take a dive with the diver, you know, that thing's gonna be long gone. Not true. You're still gonna get a little bit on the inside, which is the point. And this is extremely good white grease. It's something that you normally use for bearings. I will try not to get it on the rubber seal. Yes, nothing on the inside part here. And now the moment of truth. We put the thing back. So I am not sure what is the correct process. I just put it on the face like so, and then I gently hardcore press on it. And I do believe, my friends, we have a click. Oh, that is so much smoother now. Ah, yes. We did it, guys. We fixed it. 120 clicks. Should I count them? Yes, I am. Oh, wow. And there's no more. There was a little play before with this one. Yes, just a tiny bit. Oh, that alignment. That alignment is not horrible, which is not uncommon. I guess it is a little bit uncommon on certain Seikos. Yes, 120. We got it, guys. And this feels so much better now. I am so happy we got it fixed. Now, some conclusions to draw. This is a common fault with a lot of Orient and Seiko watches around this price category. Yes, we're not talking about very, very expensive watches. The little bit just drops off. At this one, it breaks. It's no big deal. You can leave it as is if it doesn't bother you. If it bothers you like it bothers me, then you're gonna have to get yourself a little bezel spring. Mine costed 10 euro from Singapore. I also paid 20 something euro in shipping. I hope you can find a much better solution than I did for the shipping and everything. And again, if anybody's got an European based mod watch store for things like this and bezels and crystals and everything, let me know in the comment section down below. I am very pleased and I hope this was useful to you. My name is Lazar. And I'll catch you guys, wow, that's dirty, in the next one. Ciao, ciao.